Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set 180. Check 41. All right, me and you all day. All day. Express! I'm coming after you.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set 180. 8. Mike 41. Mike 41. Come on, let's go. 41's coming. Express.
Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
56. Check. 56. Check. Hey, Steve 6. Here we go. 56.
On first down, Rodgers. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Slam.
On second down, McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Gun. Mike, 41. 41's coming. 41's a Mike.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, watch the right. Hey, they're scared.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check.
From the 31, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, here's Love. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Blue 58. 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the Panthers' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Let's go, G, let's go.
On second down, Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
No. 318. Check 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to swear you up. Don't get nervous. Out. Check 31. Watch the safety creep. Check three. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
58.
Here's Love. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
That's it. 180. Gun. Let's go, baby. Hey, come on. Eight. Ain't no such thing.
On 2nd and 9, Newton is going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Hey, let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're running it. Check nickel. Go to 50. Kill. Turn up. Back north. Kill, turn up.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
88. Here we go. Inside. Switch. Watch out. Yeah, Liz.
They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking him for that much space to run there.
This is Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is the running back, Blue. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alfred Blue. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's to McCaffrey, complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
46 to Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Record. Watch 30. Here we go, G. Here I come.
Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tight dog.
This is McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, throw left side complete. That's Lee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Newton. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right now, you got 58. Get 300. Get 300. Get it down.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And caught left side. Olsen. 11 yards there. First down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
318, Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lee. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Loco over here. Alert 3. Switch.
On the draw, this is Love. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Let's go.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hey, wahoo!
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, Love. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from. No. 58. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Under 10. Under 10.
On second down now, it's Love. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A second nice move, a spin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Big stop, D.
Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. On 4th down, Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Jump out. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. Completes it to Lee. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.